Okay, so I have my sleeves. I have my 6-year-old drawing of Leonardo in the live-action movie, getting all sad and depressed over Raphael, who just got beat up by the foot after they had a fight. So, yes. A long time ago. But yes, obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. The only thing I was more obsessed with was the horses. So I had a lot of Briar horses as well, and I rode horses. But I also took karate because of the Ninja Turtles. They don't do karate, they do ninjutsu, but nobody taught ninjutsu at the time. It is currently time for our opening of the collector booster box, the one for the YouTube channel. Yay, woohoo! And I'm really excited about this. There's so many cards I want to play with. So let's get cracking. And hopefully you get to live vicariously through me opening packs and not having to spend money. Let's see how this goes. I am looking forward to a lot of things in this. And there's a lot of stuff that goes in various decks that I already have, so that is also very exciting. Okay, so I love the fact that my Turtles hat is the same color as my green screen, so it gets to be see-through. It's so cool. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go. Okay, no box toppers. Doesn't look like. And then we have this. We have our 6 and our 6. Yep. Okay. And we put this over there. And we start. Let's see what we start off with. So I've gotten to play with this in the early access and in the... Is it all Shredder? On the front? Yes, it is. Okay. In the early access and at the pre-release. So it was really, really fun. We did really well in the early access, and I also did, 3060 in the pre-release, so that was super sweet. So I will let you know what's been most successful for me so far, looking at these for limited. So treasure tokens, so let's go here. Oh, wait, are these? Yep. Oh, is it États-Unis? Okay, so these are in the United States manufacturers, so they should go, but whoa, that's a really sparkly thing in the back. Oh, that's a fracture foil. That's a fracture foil already. I'm pretty certain. That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, moving along. So at least we got a fracture foil. That's so cool. Holy shit. Okay, cool. So retro mutation. Same thing with Noggle the Mind. It's the flash enchant creature. Turtle with base power and toughness 01. It can't attack and loses all abilities. Obviously, there's a lot of +1/+1 counters in this set, so it's a little worse than the Noggle of Mine was in the previous one, although there were some things it could pump. It can't attack and loses all abilities, which is really nice. So it can't attack, which is, even if it was bigger, at least it can still only block. Mainly, you're going to use this to remove a creature, and it works out pretty well. Because basically, they attack with something big, you make it an 01, you block something and eat it. Shredder's Revenge, decent card. Just very versatile there. Ninja Cavalry, really wonderful because it just goes wide enough so that you can get those sneak cards in. Just really, really sweet. Love it. And it's 2 artifacts, so it's just a good value card. Illegitimate Business. Got these new versions of the cons and shards, dual things that gain life. Donatello, Turtle Techie. Get to draw a card with that artifact. Decent card. Death in the Family, good removal spell. Imagine this will be, doing some good stuff in Standard, etc. New Generations Technique, not a huge fan of. At its best case, it's a new Explosive Vegetation, but they both come into play tapped, and yeah. And even the sneak cost, not great for it, but if you need the sneak, great. Fine. And if you really need to ramp. Casey Jones, this is a good card. I really like this card in the artifact deck. It is such a nice deck. Reminds you a little bit of Glintless Crane, but it can attack early and just get you value. So pretty sweet. Cultivate from the... Wait. That's from the Commander. Interesting. I didn't know we were going to get that prior to the lands. That's interesting. Okay. There's the land. All right, so Cultivate. I'm going to put that aside. All right, so we've got Mountain, full art. Leader's Talent. This is an excellent, crazy card in Limited. Think the Sparring Regimen from Strixhaven, and then also getting extra cool things. Pretty dumb. Love it. I probably want to put this in one of my counter decks. Probably obviously the Bant one is the only one that could have it, but we'll see. Okay, so let's... Jesus, this is so cool that there's a fractured foil in there. Oh my god. Okay. So I love this leader's talent. I am going to sleeve that up and put that in the deck. That's really nice. Humongous Fungus. This is Corpse Jack Menace. This is also from the Commander. It's the same printing as the Commander stuff. So there we are. Mikey and Dawn Party Planners. I love the art from like the original cartoon. That's super, super sweet. So Ward 2, you can look at the top card of your library anytime. You can play lands and cast mutant, ninja, or turtle spells from the top of your library. If you cast a creature spell this way, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Super fun and limited. I haven't gotten to play with this yet. I have had an opponent play with it against me, but I was able to kill it right away. So that before they got so much value off of it. So here we go. Yeah, that is a fracture foil. Arcbound Ravager. Not bad. This bonus sheet is really crazy. Really, really crazy. Absolutely nutty. So Ravager's back, and I believe Affinity is back in perhaps in standard. What is this? Oh, it's Casey Jones. I don't, it's, look at that artwork. That is spectacular. I'm pretty sure this one isn't very valuable in fractured foil. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the least valuable, but it is a cool, like the art is spectacular and it is still a fractured foil. So that's pretty sweet. I actually kind of want to look it up, but let's see what's going on here. Then we have the token, the clue, and treasure token. Okay. Let me sleeve it up just because it's probably still worth something. Probably not a ton, but something. So let's see. And it is the Japanese art fractured foil. So, but like, and that is a stunning, stunning piece of artwork. All right. So let me look that up. That one I'm actually curious about. All right. Casey Jones, fracture foil, go. Holy shit. Pardon my French. Well, the foil fracture foil is $246 currently on TCG Player. I imagine that will go down as more of product is opened, but that is crazy. That is absolutely nutty. Okay. All right. It is a really nice card to draw a little bit later, and you draw 3 cards and you try to empty your hand and discard 3 cards at random at the next upkeep. So that is pretty sweet. And anytime you get value off of discarding cards, also a good idea. I'm gonna sleeve up the Arcbound. That was a hell of a pack. Okay. I'm gonna sleeve up the Leader's Talent and the Arcbound Ravager and the Casey Jones and quickly, and we'll move on from there. But okay, that was, I mean, right off the bat, getting a fractured foil was nutty, and Japanese art fractal foil no less. Okay. I don't know if anything else is in fractured foil, whether it's just the Japanese art that are in fractal foil. I think that sometimes is the case, but okay. That was crazy. Okay. Putrid Pals can be big enough. I haven't been super impressed with it. Anchovy Banana Pizza is great removal. Uneasy Alliance, decent removal. Stockman, meh. Buzzbot's decent. Nunchaku, great. I've been really impressed with it in this set. The +1/+1 in fight is actually has been quite decent, and the fact that it gets trample as well on a lot of the big green creatures is pretty sweet. I have had some use for hard one Jitte when I didn't really have anything else to do. The double strike can be really nice on a bigger creature usually, or a flyer thing with evasion. Raphael Most Attitude. This has been a lovely card to just get further into your deck and get value off of the attack. So I've been happy with this one quite a bit, even though it is 3 toughness, which is very vulnerable to most of the removal in the set. That was still nice. Acidic Slime reprint for the Commander. Okay, so we get like 1 Commander card before the land, and then okay, got it. Swampy, full art Swampy foil. Ooh, I really wanted this. I'm so excited. This is so sweet. I'm so happy. Okay. All right. Michelangelo, weirdness to 11. This card is sweet. It's a hardened scales on a stick, but it also comes with its own way to put a +1/+1 counter on things. I really think this is such a sweet, sweet freaking card. I love this card. That's beautiful. I'm so happy to get that. I'm going to sleeve that up soon. All right. Baxter, Fly in the Ointment from the Commander. When it enters or attacks, each creature you control with a counter on it gains flying until end of turn. And whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's for 4 mana. It's a fine card. Each creature with a counter on it gaining flying until end of turn is really, really nice. But I do have other things that just give everything you control with +1/+1 counter on it flying. So I don't think I'm, super excited about this. There was an uncommon that did the same thing. 2 uncommons. But yeah. Ooh. Wait, what? Why was that shiny in a weird way? That's shiny in a weird way. I'm not sure why, but it is. Another Corpse Jack fungus. This time, oh, it is. It's actually a fraction. It's a surge foil. It's a surge foil. That's weird and crazy. Okay. I didn't know the commander stuff could be in surge foil. That's interesting. All right, all right. Then we get, ooh, Plague of Vermin foil full art. I think this is still money. But with this printing, it might not be. We'll see. It might go down. But that is a special printing, so I'm sure people want it. So that's really nice. That is pretty sweet. Okay. That's a really nice pickup. The bonus sheet is, this is one of the valuable cards off the bonus sheet. Like, it was 40, but I don't know if it is still. So that's really sweet. Turtle Van! So much fun! Oh, man, so much fun Unlimited. This is a very good card. Cruise for 1 to be a 4/4 already, but you get also to, as long as that creature is a mutant, ninja, or turtle, you get to double the counters, the +1/+1 counters on it, but you already, even no matter what, you get a +1/+1 counter on target creature that crewed it. So it's just, it's so sweet. Great card. And extended art foil there. That's cool. Food and Insect Warrior token made by like the Uncommon, I think, that does that. That's cool. All right. So I'm gonna sleeve up that Michelangelo and the Plague of Vermin. That's pretty cool. I do think, I mean, if the bonus sheet holds its value, I kind of think these I mean, depending on what you get it for, the collector booster boxes can be a good, like a decent ROI compared to previous collector booster boxes. Like, I mean, even not hitting one of the fracture foils like we just did, I do think they can be pretty good. From what I've seen. Again, this is still early and the prices will all go down. It's just, yeah. All right, so Mutant Chain Reaction, Sewer Valence Cam. This card is great. This card has a lot of uses. There's a lot of artifacts, enchantments, and creatures with flying that green has to worry about. So, and then it also gets some mutagen tokens. So I've not been sad to run one of these in best of one. I haven't actually had it yet because we've not been in green that frequently. It's been, I mean, I just did a green-blue deck. It was super sweet, but unfortunately it got mana screwed and flooded, so I didn't get to use it as much as I wanted, but it still didn't have this card, which I think I would have run in that if we had it. But Sewer Valence Cam, great card in Limited. I really like this card. As I thought we would when we first saw it in the first look of Limited that we did. Flash, you can, when enters or leaves, you can tap or untap target creature, and you can sacrifice it to draw 2 cards. Reminds me a little bit of Wishing Well. From the other, but it also has that interactive part of it where you get to stop them from making an attack that turn and the next turn perhaps with 1 creature, so it's pretty sweet. Bot Bashing Time, decent removal. Pachyderm, I like this card. 4/4 reach trample, you gain 2 life when it enters the battlefield. That's just a crazy ROI. Michelangelo Game Master gets bigger, better, faster, stronger. Karai's technique, I think it would be broken if it were an actual instant. If it were just an instant on the face of it rather than just for its sneak. So yeah. Donatello's technique, it's been okay. I haven't been super impressed with it. Again, if you need to sneak, like if you get value off sneaking, getting ETB again, great. But I haven't been super impressed with that one. Genghis Frog has been super fun in that deck. Path of Ancestry, okay, from the Commander. We got an Island. Surge foil Island. Okay. Ooh, a Krang Mastermind, affinity for artifacts, and you can draw up to the 4 cards if you have fewer than 4 cards when it comes into play, and then also +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. It's super sweet for certain artifact decks that I have, so I might actually run that one. That's pretty sweet. High score. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1 +1/+1 counters put it on it instead. That's hardened scales, but then it also, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. So that's an interesting one to use. I'm not sure it has a home in any of my current decks. It's just not as good as some of the other 3-mana enchantments that they have. So, yeah. I'm not sure I actually run this in anything, but it's a sweet card. Oh, Transdimensional Bovine! It's a cow! Sort of. Part of a cow. Anyway. Good Ramper. 0/4 Flying Body for 3 with good ramp. Seems fun. I've been happy with it. Alright. Brainstorm! With the Splinter art, not foil. Extended art. Ooh. Renette, Temporal Apprentice, full art, alternate art. I don't... This is a very interesting art. There's a lot going on. I'm not sure this is my style, but again, not everything will be. And we have a oatmeal pizza thingy, I think. Spicy oatmeal pizza, yeah. Spicy oatmeal pizza art card. Okay, so put that over there. I'm gonna sleeve up the Krang because I like the Krang. Probably going in my blue artifact deck. We'll see. There's a lot of mana, 8 mana, but the affinity for artifacts should pull that down. And drawing cards is nice. We'll see though. All right. Next pack. April O'Neil, Kunoichi Trainee. This card is good. It's so nice to be able to do like the Omen Speaker type effect where you surveil or scry 2. In this case, it's scry 2, and I think Omen Speaker was also scry 2. And just fix your draws in best of 1. It's very, very nice. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Also means you get a chance to sneak on occasion. It's also a ninja, and so various artifacts are really good for it. So I've been liking that card quite a bit. Zoo Escapees is meh. It's just meh. Make your move, decent removal spell, artifact enchantment creature with power 4 or greater. There's often a lot of artifact and enchantments you do want to destroy in this. Yeah, and the power 4 or greater is just a bonus there. Purple Dragon Punks, meh. I haven't been hugely... Like, ramping is fine for the artifact deck, but I usually just want to play an artifact on turn 2. It's been better for me, usually, than the ramp here. But in a pinch, you do it. Jenica, Bad Apple Big Sister. Again, not quite my style. But, you know, a cool alt art foil. Baxter Stockman is a great card in the artifact deck. I love this card. Super, super fun. Leonardo, this card wins some games. That's a really, really fun card. A very, very fun. I like this card a lot. It really just the mass pump, if you can curve into it, is so good. Really like that one. Karai's Technique, the special version. Pretty cool. And Ash Barons from the Commander. Oh, Surge Foil. Surge Foil Ash Barons. Okay. That's cool. Forest. Pizza. And Raph and Leo, Sibling Rivals. This card is a sweet card, right? If it's the first combat phase of the turn, you get to untap one or two target attacking creatures. They can be themselves. After this phase of an additional combat phase, that's just a nice effect. Technodrome, the full art. This is super sweet. I love this card. I think it's very slow and limited. I think it's really best in certain decks. It doesn't often get to attack or block early, so I think it's best in constructed, but in terms of like a commander deck or something like that. But it is a sweet card. I think it's best like so in an artifact deck. It is very good. Like the Izzet deck, it can be very good if you get to a little bit of a stalemate. Then it can sacrifice something, draw cards, get bigger, and eventually be able to attack or block. But the main thing I think it is best in the Simic deck, where you can actually put the +1 counters on it anyway. So that is cool. Okay, we have Tempestra, Dame of Games, another Surge foil. This is from the Commander. Pay 2 and a red and sacrifice an artifact and tap this. Create a token that's a copy of another target art creature you control, except it isn't legendary. Gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So it's sort of a Kiki-Jiki type effect. But you have to do a lot to make it happen. Still cool, though. And Surge foil, that's pretty neat. From the Commander. Ooh, Teleportation Circle! That is so cool. Again, another bit of money, so sweet, and I love the art. Nice. Teleportation Circle's a great card. Oh, okay. Then we get the Triceraton Commander with the alt art. That is really cool. This card is great, and I have to figure out whether I can put it in either of my Dino decks. If it survives to the next turn, all of your dinosaurs gaining +1/+1 flying is so good. I have to figure it out, but it's such a fun card in limited. It's so dumb in limited, but it's also just like Really, really fun. So we'll see whether I actually put it in a thing. We got a mutagen and mutant token after that. But this is a cool card to see. Like, that was a nice pack. Like, a really nice pack. Nothing like, you know, unbelievably spectacular, but like, I think this is good value. That's been my impression. Again, the card values might go down a lot, and who knows with the more of it that's open, but there is a lot of just like random people being like, this is not for me. So it may be that there's fairly little opened and the cards retain a ton of their value. Who knows? It's going to be fascinating. I'm not actually sure how this is going to work out, but that was a nice pack. Like, teleportation circle is still like money, so not crazy, but it's decent money. So, all right. No. And I don't know what those search oils are worth. All right. That one was hard to open. Got a ninja token. Okay. Hamato Guardian Stance. Meh. Haven't really been playing this a lot. It's just not good enough, in my opinion. Squirrelinoids is fine. Mind Transfer Protocol can do some work. At least it draws and replaces itself. I haven't been hugely impressed with it, but it can make a mutagen token into a blocker, or like a food token into a blocker. It's fine. Or you can just make one of your creatures bigger, with that has +1/+1 counters on it or not. Yeah. Punk Frogs haven't been impressed with. Raphael Tough Turtle's been very good in the red-white decks, for example, wherein you're playing a lot of, or in even the artifact decks, the Izzet decks, because it just, this incidental damage is actually quite relevant these days, just because everything produces multiple bodies a lot of the time in the set. So it's a good stuff. It's a good 1/3 blocker early and just get value later. I like this card. Neutrinos is a very good card. I have been a little bit unlucky with what I get with it, because I've usually been flooded with it and I haven't gotten like the creatures that are best to flicker. But it's been a good card. I really think this is a great card overall. So decent. Everything Pizza. There you go. Shredder Unrelenting, the alt art full. That's pretty. Really nice artwork there. That is spectacular. All right, we got another Ash Barons. From the commander. We've got, ooh, a Surge Foil Forest. Full art. Turtle Power! Nice. All right. I mean, if you got a turtle deck, you're running this card. There you are. Dragon Skull Summit from the commander. Okay. It's weird that you're getting just like the normal treatments of the commander cards in this. It is very strange. Because this is the normal treatment. This is the card you get in the actual deck. So for it to be in a collector pack is weird to me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, I just think that that's a kind of a waste of the feeling of a collector pack of being, you know, different in the rares and mythics and stuff. But anyway, all right. Sally Pride is a crazy card. Absolutely bonkers and limited. Just a really, really, really crazy card. This is the alternate art of it. I actually like the regular art way better, but that's probably because I didn't really, I don't know. I don't remember this being in the original stuffs, but it probably was. All right, here we go. Ronin's Arsenal, which is Conqueror's Flail. Conqueror's Flail did need a reprint. It was, you know, a little bit amount of money, so there you are. And the cool artwork, so there is that. And then we have Dawn and Wrath Hard Science. So this is 3 mana, Menace. Whenever it attacks, the next non-creature spell you cast this turn has affinity for artifacts. Meh. Alternate art. Mutagen and Ninja Token. This alternate art I don't mind quite so much because there isn't quite so much going on. There's a lot. But at least there's only the 2 main characters you can really see, I guess. I don't know. It's meh. Alright. Let's see. Next pack. We still have 6 more to go after this one. Okay. Dinosaur Soldier Token foil. Cool. All right. We got TCRI building. Okay. Frog Butler. Good card for ramping in the green. Also just a good blocker. Can gain reach if you need it. Mutant Town Musicians. Decent 3-drop. Can just be a, like, you know, a good blocker early and also just get in for the trample with cards coming into play as they do. Nobody. This one's been a good one. Returning, there's a lot of artifacts that have ETBs, so returning them is pretty sweet. So I've been happy with this. And then you also get a scry no matter what. Mouser attack, fine trick if you need to. I haven't been super impressed with it, but it's fine. Shredder unrelenting, again, stunning art. This is so good. Beautiful. Pete. Pete is here. Pete has seen eternity and it messed with Pete's brain. But this is the most demented pigeon I've ever seen. But there we go. Okay, new generations technique. Again, but this time the alternate art. Soul Ring from the commander. Again, just the normal card you get in the deck. Mountain. Pizza Mountain. Chrome Dome. Good card. I probably am going to run this in an artifact deck. It's just, this is such a nice ability. And for 2 mana for a 1/3, it just pumps all your other stuff. This is just a nice card. And then we have Voracious Hydra from the commander. Still the same thing that you get in the commander deck. Leatherhead. This one's a sweet one. This is the so-called promo. It's just a foil that I got in my pre-release kit. I didn't run green, but because it wasn't supported really. But this is a sweet one. Extended art, non-foil. Oh. Damn. Okay, well that is a Jitte. Umezawa's Jitte. Raf's Jitte in this case. And that is a hell of a drug. It should not be in limited, but it is still some money, so I'm really happy to get that. I will sleeve that one up pretty quickly. And then we have Rat King Verminister, which is a fun card for rat decks, etc. And it's just a decent card in limited too, because a lot of the time things are leaving the battlefield. You get a 1/1 black rat creature token, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then you can sacrifice 3 rats to return target creature and all other cards with the same name as that card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Just sacrifice 3 rats to do so and tap this. So again, I think that the actual rat decks with the rat colonies, etc., just, you know, because you're milling them with Ashcoat and so on and so forth, this might actually be a good enough card to go in that deck. Copy and Dinosaur Soldier. Donatello's my favorite. All right. Anyway, so yeah, there's that pack. Yeah, I mean, Jitte is still a hell of a drug. I don't know if it's worth anything really, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And it was foil. That was sweet. All right, so here we go. And I do love the like original art stuff. That made me happy. That was cool. Okay. All right, let's go. Next, we have Escape Tunnel. I like that this is pre-printed. Evolving Wilds doesn't do enough. So this extra bit here is really nice to get in something with Sneak or just make it unblockable. So pretty nice. Grounded for Life, removal, decent. Tunnel Rats, the fact that it can come back is nice and trigger things that have when a creature enters the battlefield, nice. It also blocks early, which is really important and people don't want to kill it. This one, it does grow very fast, but there's so much removal that a 3-minute 2/1 has not been very impressive. There's so much removal, bounce, and other stuff that has just been meh overall. Foot Ninjas I've liked quite a bit. That Sneak for 4, decent stuff. Dokushi Shadow Walker, similar, but the 3 life is actually a nice switch. Katana's very good in this set. It's just a nice card overall. Even if it doesn't get to equip for free, it's a good card. We got the Lord Dreg. This is the one that makes those insects that we got one of those tokens for. I really like this card. It's just green-black isn't one of the main color pairs that's supported, so oftentimes, you know, you can make it work. You know, you got like Pizza Face and all the other stuffs, and you know, but oh wait, no, green-black is one of the wait. I think it is because it was enemy color pairs, and that is one of the enemy color pairs. Yeah. You get some signpost on comments for the yeah. Okay, so this is supported. Sorry, it is supported. I just haven't been that impressed with it overall in the games, but I haven't played that much yet. Of course, we just played the 15+ hours in the early access and then the pre-release. So it's been fine. I just haven't been that impressed with it yet. But I think it's just that the aggro decks are a little bit too aggro for that. Well, we'll see. This one I really want to love and I really want to play, but I haven't ever gotten the chance. Whenever I see it, I'm nowhere near the Simic deck. or I need something different. All right. Thriving Isle Surge Foil. That's not really what you want to get a Surge Foil of, but there you go. From the Commander. Island Pizza. Slash is a really fun card. This is one's in my pre-release kit, and this is one of the cards that I ran, and it is a very dumb card. Very dumb card in limited. So much fun. All right. So Slash. Got the Endless Foot Assault from the Commander. Again, the same card you get in the Commander deck, so that's kind of unexciting. But it's a good card. I like that card. And then we have Raphael, the Night Watcher, the full art. I like this card. This card is great. Sneak and attacking creatures you control have double strike is so cool. Yeah, that's just a really good card. Okay, we got oh, all will be one. Nice. That's a bit of money. Dang, that is definitely a bit of money. And a really cool bit of artwork. That is pretty cool. All right, let's leave that one up. Okay, all these are reprints, obviously, the bonus sheet, but with cool new artwork. And then we have Mutagen Man, Living Ooze. I did have this earlier today in my Ooze deck. Sorry, my Simic deck, and it was very good. Was really sweet. I don't think it's worth any money, but it is a nice card to open, because it's just scalable. It's nice. Yeah. Oh, pizza. Goopy pizza. Lots of goopy pizza. Okay, what is this? Food chain. Oh, it's the food chain art. Okay. All right, so that's our card there. Okay. Next pack. 4 more to go after this. Yeah, I mean, I really think that's a lot of money to have opened, like, just in the bonus sheet slot. Like, I really think these are decent as far as investment goes. That is not a fractured foil, I'm pretty sure, because I can see the colors in it. All right. Insectoid Exterminator. Decent one for, like, you know, scry 1 if things left. Retro Mutation we talked about. Shredder's Revenge, decent. This is decent. Donatello we talked. That's the same run. This card is great. I really like this card in limited. The fact that you can choose them, it reminds me of Galagreeters. The one thing that it doesn't do that Galagreeters did that was so important was add a treasure token to ramp you, and that's not what white does normally anyway, so, like, I get why they didn't, but, you know, this is very versatile, and if you're putting two, like, you can play this into that's why the Ninja Cavalry is so nice, where you can play this into the next thing and just get, like, a +1/+1 counter scry 1, right? Pretty sweet. There's the Tainted Treats. This is one of the signpost uncommons for this. It's just a nice card. Putrefy got better. Putrefy got way better. Well, I mean, strictly better, because, again, if it's mana, it was 4 less creative food token. It's pretty. All right. I probably put this in my food deck. I kind of like it. Spicy Oatmeal Pizza again. And Cityscape. Okay. Plains. Pizza Plains. Prehistoric Pet. This is fun for, like, returning things. A Dinosaur Ninja is hilarious. Return another target creature you control to the owner's hand, activate only during your turn. So you can do it at instant speed, but only during your turn. And so you can stop somebody from blocking something. If somebody has a trick, you can just blank that. So, pretty nice. Not, like, crazy, but, like, decent value in limited. Exotic Orchard from the Commander. Ooh, Sewer. Oh, that is so sexy. Oh, the silhouette card. I am keeping that. That is gorgeous. Oh, I really like that artwork. That is stunning. I am sleeving that. That is pretty. Okay, that is just... I know it's probably not worth much, but I am so happy about that. Undercity Sewers. That's another card that's worth something. This is the Surveil Land. What happened to Raph? What is happening? I think this is gonna be another style of the art that I don't like in the behind it, but this is money. Like the Undercity Sewers is Island Swamp at Surveil 1 land. Those are money. Those are good. What happened to this turtle? What happened to Raph? I feel bad. All right, yeah, more of the... Oh, it's Sally Pride again. Sally Pride is very good. But I just don't know... I don't know if I have a spot for it, and I also like the other art better. All right, well, this card is unbelievable limited, so slam it if you got the capacity to play it. Good stuffs. Mutagen token and a robot token. Mouser, so good! This just brings me out instantly. Like seeing this, it's so iconic. All right. Next pack. Again, I think that pack was, I mean, the Undercity Sewers itself is like most of the value. Like it's, yeah. Anyway, I'll stop saying that. Anyway, I feel like these are good packs as far as value is concerned overall, compared to like several of the more recent collector booster. So, you know, it depends on what you can get them for, but yeah. Return to the Sewers. Null, usually just still buy singles, but you know, this is pretty sweet. So null group biological assets. COWABUNGA! Orokusaki, Shredder Rising. That's a good card. Like, I mean, again, if you can sneak this card, it's been pretty sweet. And also, just if they have an empty board, that draw a card, lose a life, still worth it these days, for the most part. Outram Scientists. This has been serving me well for just getting some tempo and being able to bounce it with the nobody, etc. This is, yeah. I mean, it's just fine. It's not great, but it's fine. General Trag, again, sacrifice another artifact, deals 4 damage to target creature. Decent. There's Pizza Face. Gastromancer. Also a decent card. I probably have to run it in my food deck, but the art is just so repulsive. Last Ronin's Technique. This card is such a house in the format of the uncommon, as far as like any of the creatures that care about creatures entering the battlefield. There's so many, especially in red-white, that this is just such a sick card with it. It's so good. And it's the alternate art, pretty sweet. We have Evolving Freaking Wilds. We have a Surge Foil Mountain. So I'm waving this because, and I can see it on the screen, but I can't actually see it in person unless I hold it up to myself, because the angle was, I just couldn't see the Surge stuff. But that's really cool. Surge Foil Pizza. Oh, Madam Null. That's a really fun one. I probably want to run this in my life gain deck because I can always pay and make the things bigger. It's so sweet. Love this card and limited as well. It's just very, very good. All right, then we have, oh, looks like we have a foil one of the like alt art things. That's those couldn't be pricey too. Madam Null. Okay, good stuff. I might sleeve that up because I want to play with it. Casey Jones, Back Alley Brute from the Commander. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. And whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, it deals that much damage to a target opponent. Yeah, fine. All right, what we got? Ooh, Shredder, Shadow Master from the Commander, but it is the, whoa, is it a Surge Foil? It is a Surge Foil. Is that a Surge Foil, chat? Somebody let me know in chat if you think that's I think that's a Surge Foil. Wow. Okay. Whenever it attacks a player, for each other opponent, create a token that's a copy of Shredder, tapped and attacking that player, except it isn't legendary. Sacrifice the token at the end of combat. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses how? Jesus Christ. This is a fun card for the Commander. And look at I love the DOS, like, bit pixelated thing. That is so cool. I think this might be some money. Nice. Ooh, and a foil Undercity Sewers. Sweet. That is so sweet. I'm gonna look these up for us like right now and see what they actually are for just my own thing. And the editor might cut this out, but we'll see. But Undercity Sewers foil, I'm not unhappy to see these lands. They're so nice. They're so good. Oh, Turtles in Time. All right, Turtles in Time, the Japanese foil, but not Surge foil and not Fractured. But this is the Japanese foil, full art. That is pretty sweet. Return all creatures to their owner's hand. Each player may shuffle their hand and graveyard into their library. Then each player who does draw 7 cards. Exile Turtles in Time. I feel like this one's, I mean, Narset and all the other things can abuse this, of course. It's just another wheel effect. But yeah, I mean, there you go. Clue token and a treasure token. But yeah, I really like the artwork. So at the very least, I love the artwork. So we're good with that. And it is the Japanese thing. So we'll see if it's worth anything. And then go from there. But I'm going to put it in a sleeve because I like it. I really like the artwork. I'm usually not the person who's trying to build the decks where the opponents can't, where I nurse it, you know, and say like opponents can't draw more than 1 card per turn and so on and so forth. So that's not usually my thing, but I can sell this and to people for whom it is their thing. But let's see, like Shredder Shadow Master. Let's see what we what we got there. Shadow Master MTG. Borderless Surge Foil. It's like $120. Jesus Christ. Okay. Holy crap. All right. That is, yeah, just that too. Oh my God, that's more than I paid. So the Shredder plus the Casey Jones, I think, is more than I paid for the box. So I'm, really getting lucky here. So I'm really happy. That is crazy. Okay. Moving along. Okay. Illegitimate business again, that series, Mutant Chain Reaction, we talked about. Surveillance Scam, so good. Bot bashing. Jenica, fine card. 2 bodies on the battlefield, not bad. Again, there's so many things that care about that. You know, I haven't been super impressed with it, but it's fine. Shredder's Technique is excellent. This card is excellent. It's 3 mana to destroy target creature enchantment for black. That's really nice. If the enchantment was destroyed this way, you lose 2 life. You can also sneak it. So it's just a strictly better Withering Torment. So I really like this card, and I will be running it in various decks. I'm going to put that over there. Dimensional Exile, great removal spell for limited. Basic land does put some damper on it for more constructed type purposes. So I do think it's great in limited, but it also can't target a planeswalker like Ossification could. So worth note. Leonardo, Leader in Blue, alternate art. That is so cool. I think I might prefer that one to the other one. It's so cute. Full art foil. All right. I'm going to put that over there too. Thriving Moor. Again, just the thing you get in the commander. Swampy. That is the black. Another transdimensional bovine. Foil this time. Pretty cool. Special move from the commander. I like this card. I think it's pretty sweet. I don't think it's worth much, but it's really nice. Very versatile. Ooh, the ooze. Nice. This card is so sweet. I love this card. And they're adorable. They're so adorable. This is extended art. I really like being able to see all that. That is super cool. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. And another Jitte, because that's what we do here. But this one's not foil, but I mean, another Jitte. Still money. And, oh, okay. I mean, oh, it's still the silhouette. It's really pretty, and it's foil and full art. So that is pretty sweet. Kind of wish the other one had been the foil. Like, this is a fine card, and I think I'll find a use for it. But the other one's just so amazing. Okay. Anyway. Pretty cool. I am going to sleeve up the Jitte and the Destroyer. Is he a ninja that destroys, or did he destroy ninjas? These are the questions we must ask ourselves with the way the English language works. I'm going to sleeve up the transdimensional bovine too, foil, because I like it and it's cute. Some cool stuff in that pack. Very cool. All right. This one and one more to go. Here we go. Already a crazy box. Let's see what we got. Okay. The only problem is I really want to play with that shredder, and I don't want to sell it, but there's just regular versions that I can get. So, oh well. Ice cream, but I like the DOS sort of text and feel of it. Brings me back. Ice Cream Kitty's been decent. Has some good utility. Action News Crew, fine card. Little filler. This one I haven't been really happy with. It's been kind of meh. Tenderize is a good removal spell in green. Omni Cheese Pizza I have not run. I have not thought it was particularly worth it. Old Hob is excellent. This card is great. I've been really happy having this. This was in my pre-release kit. The 2 creatures coming into play, right? That turn, and then also the next turn you can start making these 2/2s indestructible. So that you can keep them. Pretty sweet card. Bespoke Bow, good tempo, and then also can equip for more damage, and you can bounce it for more value. Henchbots has been doing some work. It is very easy to destroy, but again, if you can take out a token, then you're great. If you can take out some big threat, then at least it's gone for a little bit. Path of Ancestry, Surge Foil. kind of cool. That one I like, because at least it's useful in most commander decks. Island Surge foil as well. Wow, that's really pretty. I love it with the turtles there. Raft Ninja Destroyer again, part 2, the revenge. All right, there we go. And then another Chrome Dome. This one extended art, non-foil. Slash Reptile Rampager, the alt art, with one of the neutrinos. It looks like. Cytoplast Manipulator, one of the bonus sheets cards. I think this one's still just like, you know, a little bit of money, but not much. But a really fun card. This is pretty sweet. And then we have Raph and Mikey Troublemakers foil alt art. That's cool. I like it. So it's Trample Haste 7/7 for 7, and then whenever it attacks, you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. You put it on the battlefield tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Just a sweet, sweet card in limited. We did have it once. I never got to play it. So sad but true. And then we have a Slash. Yeah. So it's a card. All right. And then last pack. Here we go. Last pack. This box is already not disappointing me. I am so happy about this. Let's see what we get. Pretty just really sweet pack and box and all the packs and just I got a bunch of the things that I wanted to play with. I would love a Super Shredder to play with, but I'm not like holding my breath for that card. So what else do we? There's a few other cards that I'm just excited to play that are not super many. Pachyderm, decent, meh, fine, meh. Ooze Spill. I haven't run this yet. I haven't had it run once against me effectively. I still think cancel, even if it produces a mutagen token, is not unbelievable in this format. It does notably counter the surge. What are they called? Sneak spells, because those are actually cast and it's not an ability like ninjutsu that just puts it on the battlefield. So that is worthy of note, but like cancel is still just a little bit expensive these days to hold that up. Ooh, Donatello away with machines. It's great. I wish its eyes didn't look like that. They're freaking creepy. Like the turtle eyes should still look like this. They look like actual eyes. They're like white with the black pupil. Like that's normal. Like this is just freaking creepy. It has no pupil. Like I don't understand. It's really creepy. So I wish that weren't that creepy, but it's still a great card. Casey Jones again, alt art, this kind. Harmonize from the Commander. Forest Pizza. Dawn and Raph, Hard Science. Again, we have that already. Sunken Hollow. Meh. Not great. Not great, Bob. Checks on basic lands, that's never good. So. Meep. From the Commander. Raph and Leo sibling rivals again. So we have like 3 of those now, I think. But this is the alt art. Cool. Silverclad Ferocidons is like, you know, $10 or something like that. That's still good. And it's the alternate sheet. That's sweet. That's sweet. And then we have... Oh! I'd also like a pony. If we're getting the things we ask for, and I really, 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 really want people to be nice to each other on this earth. Like, actually kind. And care about each other. While we're getting things we want. Like, please. Please, if people could stop hurting each other, that would be super cool. But okay, Super Shredder full art. Silhouette. That is really cool. A food and a robot token. And that is the last card that we open in this box. And that is impressive. And I'm very happy to have that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, ask and apparently we get to receive in this one case. I love it. Okay. That one. This is okay. Let's look that one up. Super Shred. Foil of this is $40 or thereabouts. Dang. That is incredible. Like these boxes, I think are very, very valuable. Or at least mine was. I mean, I'm very privileged that I got very lucky with this box. But yeah, I mean, it's just like let's just look at the ones that I know are money. Like, this is kind of crazy. So we have Super Shredder, that's money. We have Silverclad Velocitons, medium money. We have Cytoplast Manipulator, lower money, but still some money. We have Jitte. We have this stupid, that's a lot of money, that one. Put a lot of money on the top there. Turtles in Time, I don't know what this has worked, but I'm assuming it's quite a bit. So I'm going to put it here, probably in the range of that because it's Japanese, or maybe somewhere in here. I'll take a look soon. Undercity Sewers was in foil. That's like here as well, somewhere in there. Undercity Sewer non-foils, at least in there somewhere, maybe. I don't know what the silhouettes are, but All Will Be One is a good chunk of change. Jitte Foil is a good chunk of change. Conqueror's Flail is like over there. Technodrome was a little bit of money, I think. Teleportation Circle was a good one. I don't know about this Triceraton Commander, but it seems good. Might be a few dollars. This Brainstorm is like maybe 3, or was at the time. I'm not sure. I'm so excited to play with this card. Plague of Vermin is money. Casey Jones is stupid. Arcbound Ravager is like 10 or something like that, or thereabouts. I'm really excited to play with this card. So like that's a lot of money. That is a ton of money. So I mean, I am so happy with this. This was so beautiful. Not only did I get a lot of cards that I wanted to get, but I can also sell a bunch of cards and get even more of the set if I wanted to, if I was missing something that I really wanted to play with. But this is really stunning artwork, and I adore this style. I adore it. It's so perfect because it reminds me of that. It just sends me back. Reminds me of that DOS game. And there is in the commander. There's actually the electric seaweed level. I hate that level. I hate it with a fire of 1,000 suns. That thing. I don't think I ever got past it, save like once. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. So anyway, like whoa. And we got a lot of surge foils. Like a lot of them. Admittedly in cards that weren't actually that valuable, like except for the Shredder, of course, but like they were, which ones are these? This one's this island's a surge foil. This mountain is a surge foil. This forest is a surge foil. And this island is a surge foil. And then we got a bunch of them from the commander that were surge foils. Again, not worth that much, but like this Path of Ancestry, this Thriving Isle. Oh God, not exciting, but there you are. This Tempestra, that one might be a cool thing. And this Ash Barrens, and this Humongous Fungus, also not worth much, but there you are. Yeah, so like yeah. I mean, what else can I say? This is a really cool box opening. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I really had fun. So I'm very happy with this. I'm a turtle fan. I think my head was out of the screen a lot of the time just because I was looking so carefully at the stuff. But hopefully you were able to see the cards pretty clearly and go there. But let me know what you're hoping to open this set, and let me know the decks that you plan on building. Do you intend to build a Turtles deck? Do you actually intend to build a dedicated turtle deck? Are you going to be running this card? In other words, where'd it go? Turtle Power. It's cool artwork. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you're going to be running the Turtles Commander deck, and we'll see. All right. So the editor will let you tally things up and let you know exactly what we made on this box. What the value of the box was overall. I guarantee you we made money because these two were more than the box itself. So yeah, that was a hell of an opening. I am really happy about that. I do think that in general, like this, with the bonus sheets being so valuable, like the card, it's a good set to open for like at least maybe getting your money back. Whereas, previously there's a lot of the time where you were just getting like less than half your money back opening a collector booster box because they were so damn expensive for like Final Fantasy and the others. But also the cards just weren't worth that much. And I think they did a really good job reprinting valuable cards on the bonus sheet, but they're still alternate arts. And so they may be in more demand. So they might not tank the prices as much, but at least, some newer players will get their hands on them. And yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you had a wonderful time with this, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you again soon. And the editor will let us know what we got. And yeah, love you all. Have a wonderful morning, noon, night, afternoon, tea. second breakfast, whatever time it is for you. And Cheerios. Mwah!